Shalom, 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 Most High Christ bless you. This is Brother Alpha Ogene of 90 God's People in Christ. As we all know, today is another Sabbath, and we, the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, we are the biblical Israelites. So, and this is your Brother Alpha Ogene of 90 God's People in Christ. And what we do, which is we already know, for those of us that are new to my page, what we teach is who we are according to the Bible. We teach who we are according to the Bible. We talk about our history. We talk about where we are from the biblical time to today, and what happened to us, everything, who our enemy is, and how we can be saved from our enemy, for all them that hate us. We also talk about how we can gain salvation, which is also to be saved. We need to be saved. And who are we saving from? We will be saved from the hands of our own enemy. So that is what we'll be saved from. So now, we as a people, as we said earlier, the biblical Israel, today class, we feature the topic that says that the lust of our mind. Remember, the lust of our mind control everything inside of us. When we are lost towards something, we want to go for that thing. And that is the reason why we are poor today. That's the reason why we are passing through what we are passing today. The reason why our enemy have the upper hands to punish us is because we ourselves, we have denied our God through the lust of our mind. The book of Numbers chapter 15 verse 39 says that we should seek after the commandment of God rather than to seek after our own heart. We must not seek after our own heart. Rather, we should seek after the commandment of God, so that we will not be corrupt. That is what Numbers chapter 15 verse 37 says. While the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1 says that if we listen to the commandment of God, God will set us up high above all nations. But what do? We forget all those things. We begin to seek after our own mind. So when we are seeking after our own mind, what happens? We begin to envy the nations. We want king over us. We want to go to war like the nations. We want to eat the food that the nations eat. We want to marry their daughters and give our daughters to them as wife. So these are the things that we are doing today that destroyed us. That's the reason we as a people today have become a destroyed people. Why? Because we do all these things that God said we should not do. The Bible commanded us that we should not make marriages with all nations. We should not make marriages with other nations. Example of the Bible that says to Deuteronomy chapter 24 verse 3 and 37, where Abraham warned that his son must not marry the Canaanite woman. Genesis chapter 28 verse 6 to 9, Isaac warned Jacob not to make marriage outside his lineage, outside his kindred. You should not go out to the Canaanite to marry them. Exodus 34 verse 15 also warns us. Deuteronomy chapter 7 to 4 also warns us. These are some of the Bible scriptures that warn us that we should not make marriages with other nations. But we today, what do? We begin to make marriage with other nations. Even the book of Joshua chapter 23 verse 11 to 13 also warns us that we should not make any marriage or any agreement with any nation. But today, we as a people, we begin to make marriage with other nations. We begin to make agreements with other nations. We begin to learn the customs of other nations. We begin to want to behave like them. We want to do things like them. We want to grow like them. The Bible is telling us that we should be like ourselves. We should not be like them. We should not accept anything that comes from them. God said that if we obey His commandment, He will set us above every other nation. That's supposed to be our goal. How can we be above other nations so that other nations can learn from us? But we say no. We want to be servant forever. We want to learn from other nations forever. And that is the reason why we are suffering today and will continue to suffer until we acknowledge our sin and come back to the commandment of God and begin to learn the commandment of God. And that is the only way we as a people can be saved from this calamity that is plaguing us today. So, but as far as that we don't want to unite, as far we are still rejecting God, as far we don't want to keep God's commandment, we will keep on being in this opposition until we are completely destroyed. So let us wake up from our sleep and let the mission, the gospel of unity, begin to be preached. So with this I say shalom. and Most High Christ bless you. Don't forget to study to show thyself approved. Shalom.